You know, coming into this season, I knew I was going to have to do a lot of public land grinding, especially for whitetails especially. And so that meant pulling out the old Onyx on the phone and the laptop and looking for public land spots to hunt and really looking for what looks good. And, you know, I found a spot that wasn't too far from the apartment that looked really good and really promising. And so we went in there and we hunted it hard, very hard. We got a lot of good scouting on it, and we saw a lot of deer movement on there, and that, you know, had that buck come out at 150 yards, and then when we were going back in there for that evening, he was literally 25 yards from where we set up that morning. And it was a really great spot. Like I said, I thought it looked good on Onyx, and then we got back up in there, and it definitely was a great deer spot. But I hunted it hard, and I wanted my first deer in a new state because I've never shot a deer outside of Ohio to be a decent buck, you know, a good shooter buck. And so I could have taken a doe on any one of those hunts on that spot, really. And so after pressuring it, or not pressuring it, but yeah, pressuring it pretty hard and hunting it pretty hard, I decided to back off of it, which meant going back to the old Onyx and looking for, you know, a couple new spots to really scout out and look for. And I found a really, really good spot and went there, and we hunted it 3 or 4 times. And I mean, deer sign everywhere, and we did a lot of scouting on it. We found a couple bedding areas. We bumped up like 2 does and all that stuff. But we hunted that for about 2.5 weeks, and we didn't hunt it as hard because we were getting prepared for duck season and all that. And then so after giving that original spot about 2.5 weeks of break, 2.5, 3 weeks or so, I'd say, I decided one evening after work, as the rut is really starting to ramp up out here, let's give this spot a try. Well, welcome back. We're doing a deer hunt tonight. It's Halloween, so rut action is really starting to pick up. Had, you know, iffy thoughts on tonight on how it was going to be until I got out to this spot. I'm still a little on the fence, but I'm a little more confident now because of it. But I'm definitely have a really high confidence I'm going to shoot a really, really nice buck tonight. And the main reason for that is because I forgot the SD card for the big camera at home. Same thing I did for my turkey this past spring. And it seems that every time I forget the SD card in the big camera is usually when I see a lot of action. The only thing that I have going against me for shooting a big one tonight is I do have the GoPro at least, and I do have 2 full charged batteries on the GoPro. So, you know, that's kind of dampering my luck for tonight. But not having the SD card in the big camera is a really, really big sign that it's going to be a good evening for me. So we'll see what happens. We shall see. I'm going to start off with a little rattle action here. Yes. Yes.
my gosh. I saw him go down. I saw him go down. Yeah. Shoot her down.
Shut up.
No, I'm dead serious. Are you still at the school?
No, I'm back at home.
Yeah, I'm in Holton. And I just got to shoot her down. I saw him go down. He went 40 yards max. Dude, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
He's big. Oh my gosh, he's big. He ain't no giant, but he's big.
Send me your location.
Absolutely will do.
All right, I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Let's go! Yes! 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 I saw him freaking tumble and everything. Oh, I gotta call Dad. I gotta call my dad.
What's up?
Big Kansas buck down, baby.
How big?
Solid 8, 9, maybe 10 point. I mean, he's tall. He's not super wide. He's tall, he's thick, and he's got some character to him.
I like that. Solid 8, 9, 10 point.
I couldn't. He came in out of nowhere, and I'm just looking through the scope, and he's big. I mean, he's nothing huge. He ain't no like 150, 160, but he's easily 130 to 140s. Very respectable buck. You know what I mean? Especially public land, first year. I'm stoked.
Do you have film?
I forgot the SD card in the big camera, but I had the GoPro going, and he was at 20 yards with, I mean, it's not even sundown yet, so I should at least, I got him on footage coming out of the thicket, and you know what I mean? It might not be the bestest of qualities like on the big camera.
Gotcha.
But he's no, you know, toad, but I mean, for a public land buck, he is beyond respectable. He's a big deer.
That's good.
Oh, yes! I saw him go down too, which makes it all that much better.
Congratulations.
He maybe went 40 yards, perfect, you know, double lung through the old pump station down. He went about 30 yards from where I shot him, and he started stumbling real bad, and then just like head-butted into a tree and just fell over.
Hold on, I got it. Where do I go again? Like, where is this?
So.
Turn in here.
Alrighty, I'm gonna let you go.
All right, later.
Later.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Let's go. Cause I see where that tree is laying right there. Mm-hmm. That's where I was at. That son of a gun. Like right here. He came down from right up in there. Came down looking face on, came here. Getting ready to turn up onto this path. And there's the arrow.
That's some good blood.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it went black.
Oh no, it's just the screen goes black after.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Got some blood?
Oh, he's spewing. He's spewing right up there.
Oh my God.
Oh, oh, he's painting it. You can't beat that.
Heck no.
When the sand is painted. No, that's not him. I'm pretty sure that's these two. And he's pouring it. Cause he came up here. Oh yeah. Oh. He's right here. Right where I saw him go down.
Yeah.
No.
Nice buck, man.
I mean, could you ask
That's a
for
perfect shot.
big freaking body? Like I said, he ain't I mean, he's what, 130?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is the weird kicker I was seeing when he was coming in.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really do want to give a huge shout out to Jeremy Melvin. I work with him, and he is one of those guys that is one of the kindest, nicest guys. Drop anything at the dime, you know, give his shirt off his back if you needed it. As you guys could hear in the video, when I called him, he was getting out of his truck. He was actually getting out of his truck to go sit in his deer stand that night. And sure enough, when he was about 10 minutes away from where I was hunting to meet up with me to help drag out my deer, his main target shooter buck was right in front of his stand at 20 yards. And that just shows you the type of guy he is. You know, I shot a deer, and instead of saying, hey, I'm just getting out into the stand, I'll come help you once I'm done hunting, or, you know, screw you, I'm hunting, you got to find somebody else. No, he got back in his truck and he drove 20 minutes, 25 minutes to where I was at to help me with my deer, and filmed the recovery, helped me gut it, helped me drag it, load it up into the truck. And that guy, what an amazing gentleman. You know, I'm very grateful to have known him, or to have gotten to know him, and he's definitely a really good buddy of mine, and I really hope to be able to repay the favor to him. But, you know, for my first Kansas deer to be a public land buck, and that is, after walking up and getting to that deer, there is not a doubt in my mind that that is the same buck that came out at me at 150 yards. I know that the camera was a little grainy. I had the shorter lens on it that hunt, and but just from my visual of seeing him, that is 100% that deer. So, you know, me and that deer had some history too, which made it even that more sweet to be able to pull the trigger on him. And I mean, I could not have asked for him to do it any more perfect. Like, you want to talk about picture perfect setup. I was hoping that he was going to come out in front of me. I was hoping he was going to come down, ride that creek bed, and cut up right how he did it, and he did it perfectly. I couldn't have asked for it better. I couldn't have drawn it up any better than that, and that rarely happens. So, you know, it is insane for me to be out here and getting into the deer hunting I was on a dry spell for about 4 or 5 years now of not being able to get a buck down, and coming out here and being able to pull it off on a good, respectable, not a massive giant like I know they grow out here, but for public land, I'm so happy with that buck, for grinding it out, for doing the scout, and I'm very grateful for it, and I'm very grateful for Jeremy for coming out there and helping. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I've talked enough, so we'll catch you guys back out in the duck blind.